The intern doctor merely accidentally punctured a glove, yet nearly cost the patient his life on the spot. Just moments ago, Dr. Burke was performing a heart surgery. Gray, who was holding the heart, actually dozed off and inadvertently squeezed the heart. Sorry, it slipped. Initially, Burke didn't pay it much mind. He immediately told Gray to put the heart back in place. Thinking the surgery was thus completed, unexpectedly, just as he was about to suture, the patient's heart suddenly stopped. The alarm from the monitor instantly echoed throughout the room. In this critical moment, Burke hastily administered an electric shock to the patient's heart. "Come on, Mrs. Harrison. There, we have everything." Fortunately, after a round of resuscitation, the patient's heartbeat finally resumed. However, Gray's expression turned grave, because at that moment he was horrified to discover that her fingernail had punctured the glove, likely causing damage to the patient's heart. But he did not tell Burke about this. Little did he know the real trouble was only just beginning. Sure enough, soon an abnormality appeared in the patient's heart. Swelling developed around the sternum, and blood continued to gush out. The patient's husband was instantly dumbfounded. Wasn't the surgery supposed to be a success? Dr. Burke didn't know what was happening either. Gray could no longer hold back. She immediately blurted out about puncturing her glove and surgery when I was holding it. I popped a glove with my fingernail. I think I may have nipped her heart. Let's go, people! Her words were overheard by the patient's husband, and this landed her in serious trouble. Dr. Burke was furious. "You could have spoken up before we closed the chest, but you chose to hide it. What's even worse is, you weren't even sure if you were responsible, yet you confessed right in front of the husband. That was bound to be misunderstood." They soon found the issue. The patient had a tear in the ventricular wall, but it clearly wasn't from a glove puncture. It was a rupture caused by fragile heart tissue. Just then, the chief walked in. He stated he would personally review the patient's chart. The hospital's lawyer would also be involved. Burke told Gray to go speak with the husband. While explaining the situation, she needed to offer a sincere apology. Otherwise, her career was over. But when she explained the situation to the other party, the man did not believe it. After all, she had heard with her own ears that Gray had punctured the glove and damaged the heart. The wife had lost 90 pounds in a year. She was already pitiable enough. They must not try to shift the blame onto the wife. They were determined to sue Gray no matter what. Soon, Gray was called in for a talk. Colleagues speculated that he might be fired. Gray admitted his mistake, but through investigation, he discovered that the patient's rapid physical decline was not due to weight loss, but rather anorexia. While the weight was decreasing, the heart muscle had also diminished. Even so, this could not offset his negligent act. Even the hospital would be heavily implicated. The hospital lawyer insisted on firing him, but Dr. Burke opposed it on the spot, because he too had once made a major mistake. During a surgery 5 years ago, due to a moment of negligence, he had left a piece of gauze inside the patient's body. It was only recently that he helped the patient remove it. What doctor hasn't made a mistake? Although Gray also made an error, even facing the risk of being fired, he still confessed to his mistake, choosing to prioritize the patient's safety. Isn't this precisely the responsibility a doctor should uphold? Everyone learns and grows from their errors. Intern Gray was no exception. Making mistakes isn't something to fear, but one must have the courage to take responsibility. Ultimately, the hospital decided to place Gray under observation.